Hello, my name is Deepak Kashyap. Today I will teach trigonometric identities for class 10th. This is demo session. Okay, so let's start. In trigonometry there are total 6 functions. So all trigonometry is based on these 6 functions. Okay, so first we will understand and then we will understand some basic formula to solve identities question. Okay, then we will solve some basic and some advanced level question. Okay, so trigonometric identities. To understand trigonometric identities, first let's understand some trigonometric function. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Okay, so these are 6 trigonometric functions: sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Okay, with these we will include any angle, so I will put theta with them. So sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta, sec theta, cosec theta. Okay, so first we will understand, actually there are 3 main trigonometric functions: sine, cos, tan. Sine, cos, tan. Other 3 are just reciprocal of these 3. Okay, so sine, reciprocal of sine is this. Reciprocal of sine is cosec. Reciprocal of cos is sec. Okay, and reciprocal of tan is cot. Okay, so from there we can make some formula. Okay, so let's write some formula. So we can write sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta, or cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. So actually both are reciprocal to each other. Sine theta is equal to 1 upon cosec theta and cosec theta is equal to 1 upon sine theta. Whenever we will see 1 upon cosec theta, we can write sine theta. Whenever we see 1 upon sine theta, we can write cosec theta according to our need. Okay, similarly cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, or sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. Cos theta is equal to 1 upon sec theta, or sec theta is equal to 1 upon cos theta. So these are also reciprocal to each other, right? Similarly tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, or cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta. Tan theta is equal to 1 upon cot theta, or cot theta is equal to 1 upon tan theta, right? So these formula we have to learn to solve trigonometric identities. Okay, other some formula, one formula is sine theta is equal to tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Tan theta is equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Okay, so we know tan theta is 1 upon cot, or cot theta is 1 upon tan. So when tan theta is sine upon cos, so cot theta will be cos upon sine. Cot theta will be cos upon sine. Okay, so these are very basic formula. We will learn some other formula also. Okay, so I will erase this. Okay, so let's learn. First formula is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. This is first formula. Okay, from this formula we can make two more formula. So transfer this sine square. So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta. Okay, if you transfer cos square theta, so it will be sine square theta is equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so this one is, upper one is the main formula of sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, and from this first formula we made two more formula. Okay, so A and B. I will write. Okay. So second number formula is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. So this is one second formula. So if you transfer 1, so tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. Tan square theta is equal to sec square theta minus 1. Or if you transfer tan square theta, so 1 is equal to sec square theta minus tan square theta. Okay, so this second one is main formula, and we made two formula from this formula. Okay, so I am writing A and B because this these are just same, just we transfer the some terms. Okay, so that's why I am writing A and B. Okay, so one is sin square theta cos square theta is equal to 1. Second one is 1 plus tan square theta is equal to sec square theta. Okay, now third formula is 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. Transfer this cot. So 1 is equal to cosec square theta minus cot square theta. 1 is equal to cosec square theta minus cot square theta. If you transfer 1, so cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. Okay, so this is the one is main formula, and from this formula we made two more formula. Okay, 1 plus cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta. So from this we made 1 minus 1 is equal to cosec square theta minus 1, or cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1. Okay, so these formula are useful to solve trigonometric identities. So using these formula we will solve some basic and some other good level question. Okay, so let's start. I will erase this. First question. So sin theta upon cosec theta plus sin theta upon cosec theta plus cos theta upon sec theta is equal to 1. To prove, we have to prove. What we have to prove? Sin theta upon cosec theta plus cos theta upon sec theta is equal to 1. Okay, so we will take LHS, left hand side, and we will try to find 1. Okay, if we will get 1, so it will be proved. Okay, let's do. So sin LHS means left hand side. LHS means left hand side. So sin theta upon cosec theta plus cos theta upon sec theta. Sin theta upon cosec theta plus cos theta upon sec theta. Okay, so I told you basic formula 1 upon cosec theta. I put 1 in multiplication with sin theta because sin theta and into 1 will be sin theta only. Okay, so 1 upon cosec theta, 1 upon cosec theta was sin theta. So in place of 1 upon cosec theta we can write sin theta. Okay, similarly here just put 1. So 1 upon sec theta, reciprocal of sec theta is cos theta. So 1 upon sec theta we can write cos theta. So sin theta, there is already one sin theta and one more sin theta. 1 upon cosec theta sin theta plus cos theta, there is already cos theta 1, and 1 upon sec theta is cos theta. Okay, now sin theta and sin theta multiply. If you multiply sin theta will be sin square theta. Okay, plus cos theta into cos theta into cos theta, so it will be cos square theta. Okay, so sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. First formula. Okay, it's equal to, this is right hand side. Okay, it is proved. Okay, so let's do second question. This was very basic question. Tan square theta cos square theta plus cot square theta into sin square theta is equal to 1. Tan square theta into cos square theta plus cot this is cot square theta into sin square theta is equal to 1. Again we will take LHS left hand side and we will try to find 1. Okay, we will get 1, so it will be proved. Okay, so let's take LHS left hand side. Okay, so left hand side is tan square theta into cos square theta plus cot square theta into sin square theta. Okay, so tan theta, I told you tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. Tan theta is equal to sin theta upon cos theta. So if there is tan square theta, so tan square theta will be sin square theta upon cos square theta. Tan square theta will be sin square theta upon cos square theta. Similarly, for cot square theta we can just reciprocate. So cos square theta upon sin square theta we can write. Okay, so let's put here. So in place of tan square theta we can write sin square theta upon cos square theta. Okay, into there is cos square theta plus sin square theta upon cos square theta. For cot theta is cos upon sin. Cot theta is cos upon sin. Cot theta is cos upon sin, but there is square. So square, you have to write square also. Cos square theta upon sin square theta. Okay, and in product there is sin square theta. This is 2. Okay, square. Now see carefully, we can cut. One term is in numerator, another one is denominator, and both are same. Cos square. So cos square theta we can cut. Sin square theta we can cut. Okay, so finally we will get sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, and sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, so this was our second question. These are very basic simple question. Okay, so let's do 1 or 2 more question and we will do some other question. Okay, so I have some basic question, so I have noted. So let's write from here. Okay, I will erase this. Okay, so one question is 1 plus cot square a into sin square a is equal to 1. 1 plus cot square a into sin square a, or theta, anything you can write, just write a. Okay, a is equal to 1. Okay, and other question is, I will write other question also. Okay, one more question. It is tan square theta cos square theta is equal to, we have to prove 1 minus cos square. Okay, so let's do these two questions. Take LHS. So LHS is 1 plus cot square a into sin square a. Okay, and we have to find 1. If we will get 1, it will be proved. Okay, so 1 plus cot square a, I told you one formula. 1 plus cot square a is cosec square a. 1 plus cot square a is cosec square a. Okay, so in place of 1 plus cot square a we can write cosec square a. Okay, so cosec square a into this is sin square a. And I told you cosec a, in place of cosec a we can write 1 upon sin a. For cosec a we can write 1 upon sin a, but it is square, so for cosec square a we can write 1 upon sin square a. Okay, so 1 upon sin square a into, there is already sin square a in multiplication. Okay, so sin square a and sin square a will cut, so we will get 1. Sin square a will cut, so we will finally get 1, and 1 is right hand side, so this is proved. Okay, similarly here we can take LHS. What is LHS? Tan square theta cos square theta, both are in multiplication. Tan square theta into cos square theta, and we have to prove 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so let's do tan square. For tan square, what we can write? I told you tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. Tan theta is sin theta upon cos theta. Earlier we used, so tan square theta we can write sin square theta upon cos square theta. Tan square theta is equal to sin square theta upon cos square theta. Okay, so for sin square theta upon cos square theta is equal to cos square theta, right? Again see, cos square theta we can cut, right? Cos square theta we can cut, right? If you cut, now finally you will get sin square theta. Okay, but your answer is 1 minus cos square theta. So how will you change? So from first formula, what was the first formula? Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Okay, so I told you sin square theta will be 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so in place of sin square theta we can write 1 minus cos square theta. Okay, so these like these two question and earlier two question, these four question are basic. Okay, so let's solve some bigger question. Okay, so I will erase this. One plus sec a upon sec a is equal to sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Third question. Okay, 1 plus sec a upon sec a is equal to what is sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Okay, 1 plus sec a upon sec a is equal to sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Okay, so let's take LHS. Any from here both term are very big, so we can take RHS also and we can take LHS also. Okay, I will teach both way. Okay, so you can understand how to solve taking right hand side and how to solve taking left hand side. Okay, so this question is like we have bigger values, so that's why we can take LHS as well as RHS. Okay, but in some question we can't take RHS, sometimes we can't take LHS. Okay, but here it is applicable, we can take both side, any side we can solve. Okay, so I will tell you both way. Okay, so first start with LHS. 1 plus sec a upon sec a. 1 plus sec a upon sec a. So for sec a we can change 1 upon cos a. 1 plus sec a upon sec a, and for sec a we can write 1 upon cos a, because reciprocal of sec will be cos. 1 plus 1 upon cos a upon 1 upon cos a, right? Okay, now let's solve. So LCM of 1 and cos, what will be LCM? Cos. Okay, so directly we can multiply here. So cos a into 1, it will be cos only, plus 1 into 1, it will be 1 only, upon 1 upon cos a. Okay, second term and fourth term we can cut. Second term and fourth term we can cut, right? So finally we get cos a plus 1 upon, in denominator there is only 1. Okay, now but it is not our answer. Our answer is 1 minus cos a, and in numerator there is sin square a. Okay, so see carefully this. So 1 cos a plus 1, we have cos a plus 1, so we can multiply of conjugate of this term. Okay, so we will get that. See carefully, this is cos a plus 1, but in numerator there is sin square a. So sin square a we can change 1 minus cos square a. Okay, so we can replace this like this, 1 plus cos a, like this. Okay, any problem? No problem. Now we can multiply 1 plus 1 minus cos a. Okay, conjugate means just same value and put minus sign in between, minus sign in between. Okay, so if you multiply 1 minus cos a, so you have to divide also 1 minus cos a. Okay, so I multiplied 1 minus cos a, so I have to divide with 1 minus cos a. So 1 minus cos a, 1 minus cos a will cut, so we will get the previous one. Okay, let's do now further. Now a plus b into a minus b, a plus b into a minus b, a square minus b square, a plus b into a minus b, there is a identity a square minus b square. So square of 1 will be 1, square of 1 will be 1, and there is minus sign, cos into cos, it will be cos square, upon 1 into this 1 minus cos a, we will get 1 minus cos a only. So 1 minus cos a. Okay, 1 minus cos square theta or 1 minus cos square a, we will get sin square a. Okay, in starting I told you formula, so that from using that formula we can write here. Okay, now using this RHS we will get LHS also. So I told you I will say I will prove both way, so let's do that way also. Now let's take RHS, let's take RHS. So RHS is sin square a upon 1 minus cos a. Okay, so sin square a I can write 1 minus cos square a, because in denominator there is 1 minus cos a. Okay, 1 minus cos square a. Okay, now see carefully, we can split this square term, a square minus b square upon 1 minus cos a. So a square minus b square means a plus b into a minus b, a plus b into a minus b upon 1 minus cos a, 1 minus cos a. See, 1 minus cos a, 1 minus cos a we can cut, 1 minus cos a, 1 minus cos a we can cut, so we will get 1 plus cos a, 1 plus cos a. Okay, and denominator we get only 1. Okay, but in proving there is sec. Okay, so to find sec we can divide by cos in numerator and denominator. To find this term or this value, okay, we can divide cos in numerator and denominator both. Okay, so 1 plus, okay, separately I can write cos a plus cos a upon cos a upon 1 minus upon cos a. Okay, I splitted this cos a. Okay, I can we can write directly full cos a, otherwise just write separately. Okay, 1 upon cos a plus cos a upon cos a. So cos a upon cos a will be 1. I can write first this, and 1 upon cos is sec, and 1 upon cos is sec. Okay, so finally we get the same. Okay, so both way we can solve. Okay, I will erase this and let's solve some other question. Okay, so I have other question, sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta. Okay, sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta, okay, upon cos theta 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta is equal to tan theta. Okay, I will write one more question, cos theta upon 1 minus sin theta. Okay, So second question is cos theta upon 1 minus sin theta is equal to 1 minus sin theta upon cos theta. Okay, so both question we will solve. Correct. Okay, so from in this question we can't take tan theta and using tan theta to find this. Okay, this is because this is very big term, big value. Okay, so from big value we will get a smaller value. Okay, but in this question we can take any, LHS or RHS. Okay, so for here, for this question I will note sin theta minus 2 sin cube theta upon 2 cos cube theta minus cos theta. Okay, so here we can take sin theta common. In numerator we can take sin theta common. Okay, and in denominator we can take cos theta common. In denominator it is common, so sin theta is common inside the bracket. If you take sin theta common, nothing is remain, so sin theta into 1 will be sin theta, so we have to write 1, not 0. We are taking sin theta, so you will think 0. No, sin theta into 0 will be 0. You are taking sin theta common, so what will be inside? There is any value which make same as sin theta. So what can make sin theta? If you multiply with 1, so sin theta into 1 is sin theta, so your sin theta is out, sin theta is out, so inside the bracket will be 1. Okay, sin theta into 1 will be, okay, sin theta is common, single sin theta, so here is cube, so 1 sin theta is common, so you have to write sin square theta, and there is 2 also, so 2 sin square theta, right? Similarly, in denominator we are taking cos theta common, so just take cos theta common. Okay, so inside the bracket 2, 1 cos, single power of cos is common, and there is 3 power, cos cube theta, single power is common, so there is 2 power, cos to power 2, cos square theta is remain, we can write that. So cos square theta minus cos theta is common, similarly here, so we will write 1, okay. Now see, 1, for 1 we can write, I told you one identity, first identity, sin square theta plus cos square theta 1, so can we write in place of 1 sin square theta plus cos square theta? Yes, we can write. Okay, so let's write sin theta inside the bracket sin square theta plus cos square theta minus 2 sin square theta upon cos theta 2 cos square theta. Here is same also, 1, for 1 we can write sin square theta plus cos square theta. Okay, but minus is multiplied, there is minus 1, so we will write minus sin square theta minus cos square theta. Okay, any doubt? No. So see, sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta, so we will get single sin square theta. Similarly 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta, we will get single cos square theta. Okay, so let's write here sin theta upon cos theta. Sin theta upon cos theta, I told you tan theta. Sin theta upon cos theta is tan theta, right? So I will write tan theta inside the bracket sin square theta, first write cos square theta. Okay, cos square theta plus sin square theta minus 2 sin square theta, you will get minus sin square theta because 2 is greater, so I will write minus sin square theta upon, okay, sin and cos become 10, so here is nothing to write, 2 cos square theta minus cos square theta, 2 is greater, positive, so you have to write cos square theta only, so cos square theta minus sin square theta, sin square cos square theta minus sin square theta, cos square theta minus sin square theta will cut, you will get finally 1. sorry, I mean here 1, so 10 theta into 1 you will get 10 theta only. Okay, and this is your RHS, this is your RHS, right hand side. Okay, so I will erase this and let's solve this question. Okay, we have solved many questions taking LHS, so I will take RHS now. Okay, and we will get LHS, and we have okay, yes, this is last LHS, RHS, now take RHS, right hand side. So 1 minus sine theta upon cos theta. Okay, generally in denominator if there is two term, okay, in this type of question, so we solve by multiplying conjugate, but here there is only single term. Okay, so we can see the numerator, our numerator is 1 minus sine theta, 1 minus sine theta. Okay, to process this question we have to multiply its conjugate. So conjugate of 1 minus sine theta will be 1 plus sine theta, conjugate of 1 minus sine theta will be 1 plus cos 1 plus sine theta, same but sign will change. Okay, so 1 plus sine theta multiply, and if you multiply in numerator, okay, so you have to divide also. 1 plus sine theta, right? Any doubt? Okay, now 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta, a minus b, a plus b, there is a identity, it is a square minus b square. Okay, I will write a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. Okay, whenever you will see this type any terms, any values, you can write this, and whenever you see this type you can change to this according to need. So 1 minus sine theta into 1 plus sine theta, it will be 1 minus sine square theta, 1 square minus sine square theta. Okay, in denominator we don't need to multiply inside the bracket. Okay, so we will write just as it is, cos theta inside the bracket 1 plus sine theta. Okay, now 1 square is 1, so 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, 1 minus sine square theta is cos square theta, so I will write cos square theta, and in denominator write as it is, cos theta in bracket 1 plus sine theta, 1 plus sine theta. Okay, you can see clearly cos theta, we can cut this cos theta with this its power. Okay, so there is square and we can cut this. Okay, so we will get single cos in numerator, cos theta upon 1 plus sine theta. Okay, okay, so it's here in it is 1 plus. Okay, in LHS it is cos theta upon 1 plus sine theta, not okay, right? So finally we got LHS, finally we got LHS. Okay, so this is this was my demo session, and I will make some more videos. So I will request to PW team to see my other videos. Okay, thank you.